Hey guys, welcome to today's video, which is everything we did during our 3 days in Porto, Portugal. I never really record the Airbnbs we stay in, but out of the 4 Airbnbs from this trip, this was my favorite, so I wanted to share with you guys.
Oh wow, tenemos un montón de appliances aquí.
So we're gonna make our homemade nata.
Hell yeah.
Microwave.
okay.
Yes.
Yeah, we have a little stove también.
We do. We got a little kitchen style mofongo.
Oh,
A comer, tú sabes.
ya tú sabes. Salió un acento ahí raro. So cute.
The network is nap.
Nap?
Yes.
As in siesta?
Yes.
I love that. Wait, it's not the map that she gave us? No, this is the map from the airport. Damn it! I'll show the other one later.
No, it is right here.
Pero no estaba marcado.
Yes, it is.
Bro, I'm blind.
Yeah.
Okay, I opened it, in my defense, I opened it in another part. Just wanted to see if she gave us like recommendations and stuff. Where to go. Oh, so this is the closet? How did you open it?
No, that's not.
Oh, it's not.
I don't know how. I'm gonna break that shit.
No, I'm guessing this is the closet. Yeah, under the mirror.
Uh-oh.
¿Qué pasa?
I see a man out here.
Oh, why'd you say it like that though?
Because it looks like he's about to pee.
Oh no. It's me.
I think the Wi-Fi works here.
Dude, there's a dual shower.
We can
We can shower at the same time. Mira eso.
We just saw several around.
I can't. Mira, we can do our makeup together. We can pee at the same time together. This is amazing.
The only time that we're separated is when we have to do a number 2.
And yet, nothing is stopping us now.
The location of the Airbnb was also very nice and felt very central to what we wanted to do. We were steps away from the Igreja de São Lourenço, St. Lawrence Church, which was €3 to visit and was our first stop. Before I show you inside, right by the church, that building right there is the Episcopal Palace of Porto, which is the residence of the bishops of Porto. I have no clips inside since we didn't visit because we had an activity booked, but I will share the clips of the church. Like I said, it was €3 to go in, and I think it was worth the price. My favorite part was going up so many flights of stairs that I didn't record because I was holding on for dear life to the handrails, and Ali ended up falling down the stairs, having a Korean drama moment with this man. But when you make it to the top of the observation tower, you have a great 360 view of Porto. After the church, we slowly made our way through so many steps to the Douro River for our 6 p.m. Sunset River tour. Since we had an hour left, we stopped at a bar called Arco das Verdades for our first Porto wine. Service was great, and they immediately gave us an explanation of the place and this paper with said information. So, in summary, one of their walls is part of an old aqueduct from the 17th century. They're close to the entrance of the city and are called the Ark of Truths, which is why they have encyclopedias in 5 different languages that you can actually grab from their bookshelves and read. Their wine menu was very descriptive, which I appreciated, giving scales regarding 4 characteristics: fruit, body, acidity, and alcohol. We ended up getting a vino verde and the cheese platter that had goat, sheep, cow, and a mixed type of cheeses with honey and bread. Afterwards, we tried our best to run down the numerous steps to arrive to the Douro River, which required us to cross the Dom Luis I bridge, but unfortunately, we missed our boat by seconds. They were so nice though and allowed us to come back another day with our same tickets, so we just ended up walking the Marginal de Gaia, which we were told by a Porto resident that it's a very touristy area that they don't recommend eating in as the price and quality aren't evenly matched. I don't know, I'm just a messenger, so we just made sure to walk around and see the different vendors that were set up.
Damn, nosotros estábamos allá arriba. Right up there. So enjoying your cheese.
Yes, the cheese.
That should have been eaten in the boat. Consolation. Consolidation. Una dos cosas. Damn, I should have been vlogging like this more.
Let's go get some wine.
Let me finish my damn walk first.
There's substance. Wow, beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the walkway, we found the Gaia cable car, which was €6 one way, €10 round trip. We did the one way, which takes you to the top of the Dom Luis Bridge, and you get another great view of the city.
Can you imagine parallel parking? Here.
Easy.
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 Back across the Douro River, we went to Quay Bar for some more Porto wine, and we came face to face with the boat tour that we missed. But it's fine because we had great wine and a great view as the sun set. Oh, and PSA, this bar only accepted cash or Portuguese credit cards, so be sure to have some euros on you if you come. Afterwards, we walked what felt like 30 minutes trying to find a restaurant that had availability at 8:30 p.m. with no reservations, which was quite a struggle. So don't do what we did, but eventually we found Bota Bira because we were craving steak. And I swear we're not alcoholics, but Porto wine is so cheap, so we ended up getting a bottle with dinner. And the service here was great, food was delicious, and it was a great end to our first day in Porto. On our second day, we took a Douro Valley and wine tour with Yellow Bus Tours, not sponsored. We had to meet up at 8:30, but after missing our tour yesterday, we were both so nervous that we arrived at the meetup spot at like 8 a.m. And we had the dessert from the previous night, the banoffee pie, as our breakfast. We then took an about 30-minute drive to Amarante, which is a beautiful small city and one of the most ancient settlements in northern Portugal.
Datos. Cultura y juventud.
Colágeno.
It was really cool to learn about their history, which included fighting off the French in the early 1800s right here in this bridge, where you can find actually some bullet holes in certain areas. Once past the bridge, we visited the Igreja de São Gonçalo, which has a blend of Renaissance, Mannerist, and Baroque. To the right of the altar, you'll find a statue of Gonçalo, which tradition says that you should pull the rope on his belt 3 times while making a wish. Of course, we did that, so to be determined if they come true. And then to the left of the altar, you'll find the tomb of Gonçalo. We were then given about 20 minutes to roam around, so we walked back towards the bridge and crossed over to Confeitaria da Ponte, the oldest bakery in Amarante, specializing in regional sweets. I, of course, got the first of many pastel de natas, a Portuguese egg custard tart pastry that is delicious. I also got a lemon muffin and coffee. They were all so good. We then went to our first wine tasting in Sabrosa. We toured the grounds and tried out 3 different wines, such as the 10-year-old, the 20-year-old, and 30-year-old tawny port. My favorite was the 20-year-old, Ali's was the 30-year-old, and we also learned about the harvesting and the process. Afterwards, we enjoyed a lunch in their grounds with some more wine and really yummy food. After lunch, we made our way to the second wine tasting spot. The drive there was so nice because it was finally warm out, so they lowered the bus's retractable roof and played some Latin hits, so you already know we were jamming all the way there. On the way there, we did make a super quick pit stop at the viewpoint of São Cristóvão do Douro. Oh my god, I'm struggling with these names, I'm so sorry, for some pictures of these stunning views. Also, in between getting there, we did a Douro River cruise, and then we arrived to our second wine tasting spot, Quinta de São Luís. Once again, we toured the grounds and the facilities while learning about the harvesting and the production before tasting their different wines. Coming back was an approximate 2-hour drive that involved us napping, which is why I don't have any clips, but we came back starving and stopped by a spot that was recommended to us as one of the best francesinas, which was at Café Faial. You could tell that it was authentic because everything was homemade and they didn't speak English or Spanish, but we really enjoyed it. And after dinner, we stopped by Mercado do Bolhão, where you could find different vendors ranging from fruits and smoothies to cheese and chocolate. We ended up getting some sweets to go, and we went back to the Airbnb before going back out for a quick glass of wine by the Douro River. On our third and last day, we had breakfast at Nata Lisboa. It was delicious, and once again, the service was great. I swear everyone here is so nice. We then made our way back to, you guessed it, the Douro River for the boat tour that we missed on our first day here. Essentially, it's a panoramic cruise on the river where you pass by these 6 bridges and learn about their history, architects, and purposes. It was honestly really cool seeing all the different architecture styles and learning how old some of these bridges are. After the tour, we crossed the Dom Luis Bridge and found a small market with a few vendors where we did our souvenir shopping. We also passed by the Torre dos Clérigos, which we didn't visit, but we did make our way to the Livraria Lello. You need to buy a ticket online with a specific entrance time, but we just booked it at 3 p.m. as we waited in line with a 3:15 p.m. group. The bookstore itself is beautiful, and you can find books in different languages as well as some special editions with covers saying that it's from this specific bookstore. However, it was a bit overwhelming because it was packed, so we didn't stay in there for too long. The bookstore is right across from the University of Porto, which apparently you can visit for free. We didn't, but I'll show you a couple of clips from the outside. And right across you'll find the Igreja do Carmo, which is a Baroque church with a beautiful tiled facade. Since we had little less than an hour for our train to Lisbon, we grabbed some pastel de natas to go, which has been my favorite spot overall for these pastries, and we then lounged around at Praça dos Clérigos and enjoyed a performance by the bell tower. Sadly, our time to depart arrived, so we headed to the Campanha train station and boarded our 3-hour train ride to Lisbon. We booked business class, which had plenty of space for our big suitcases towards the entrance of the car and overhead space for our carry-ons. The only disadvantages were that the Wi-Fi signal was incredibly weak, we couldn't find any plugs to charge, and by the time we went to the store behind us to get snacks and drinks, they were closed. But other than that, it was a smooth ride to Lisbon, minus Ali losing a wheel. And that's it for today's video. Make sure to stick around for the next one, which is everything we did during our time in Lisbon, Portugal. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!